This episode of Stuck in Vermont is brought to you by Coldwell Banker, Hickok, and Boardman Realty.
Nothing until you hold worms like this. There's nothing else
like
that
living
gives you
spaghetti.
Welcome to Stuck in Vermont, brought to you by 7 Days. My name's Ava Solberger. We're in the Northeast Kingdom in Greensboro Bend at the down-to-earth worm farm. Yes, that's right. I've got a handful of worms.
How many acres is your farm? 0.
Right.
Nobody knows
Right.
what to do with
This
it.
is our farm right here, where the herd of animals lives in a drawer.
What is it you say?
We're here with the Wacky Worm Sisters. And since this week is Earth Day, we thought we'd talk to some women who are saving the Earth, one worm at a time.
We are the Wacky Worm Sisters.
Oh no, here comes the Wacky Worm Sisters.
No. So people are you really sisters? It's like, yeah. Between Carol and I, we have about 70 years of experience in organic gardening. This is our wall of worms.
We are a worm boutique.
It's like the easiest house pet you could possibly have.
The biggest little farm in Vermont. Educational facility where we promote the use of red wigglers for homeowners to compost indoors. People like to talk to us about worms, and we had grown to understand a lot that the books were lying to us about. 60% of the weight of what goes to the landfill is all organic waste. But the food waste should not be going there. It should be going back into the ground to grow the plant, back into the plant to feed the people, back to kitchen waste, back to the worms. Pretty nice, huh?
That is pure worm poop.
Pure worm poop.
Da da da. Earthworms in your garden are not composting worms.
And sometimes the composting worms are referred to as the intestines of the earth. Their job is to get rid of everything that has fallen to the ground dead.
The worms crawl in and the worms crawl out.
Old wives' tale of cut a worm in half
Right.
and it'll grow 2 worms is not true.
So everybody has a male and female part, but it takes 2 to tango.
The worms are also photophobic. So with little kids, they love the part where you hold worms like this and then they all disappear within a few minutes. They'll all go down into the dark side. This is just one of the fascinating things about worms that little children just love.
The whole simple process is you've got this wooden bin, always put leaves in,
Leaves have to be soaked in water and blackened.
and you cover the food with all the leaves. People always come in here going, it doesn't smell bad in here.
Because the leaves have a bacteria that deodorizes the smell of rot. They love fleshy flowers, banana peels, egg shells we put in whole. You go like that to them, the worms will eat it by tomorrow. Within a few days, these will get mushy enough. Steaming works wonders on anything in the worm bin. We have school kids come, sometimes we play guess what it was. And we sniff it and we try to see, what was that?
Worm castings are the miracle that Miracle Grow is not. It's incredible stuff. That's the best soil you can possibly have. Worm castings is like value-added compost.
So anything in here that is black and good looking as castings is the food that they've eaten and excreted. A pound of worms will make a gallon of castings in a month. And the harvest is when you have to separate the castings, the uneaten food, and the worms. I've baited them to the middle with some
Begonia
leaves yesterday. So all of the castings that are in here were produced in about 6 or 8 months by a lot of worms, and it's all compacted and beautiful stuff. And we just go through and sift it, and looking for
Things that don't go away. Tea bag staples.
Ooh.
We do this all by hand. And we can show you our bubbling bucket of worm castings tea. Colors get better. They flower like crazy. Any of the variegations come out better. It's like the missing puzzle piece that they didn't know that they were missing.
The worms crawling, the worms crawling, the worms play pinochle on your snout. They eat your eyes, they eat your nose, they eat the jelly between your toes.
I've never felt anything so strange in my life. It's like moving hamburger. I'm gonna take some home, put them in my compost bin. We'll get stuck with you again real soon. Happy Earth Day, everybody. Love your planet. Love your worms.
It's really hard to tape worms. They're very uncooperative subjects.
That's why I'm so interested in them.
The kitty cat wants to be in
Kitty, I know. The kitty can be in the video for sure. The worms crawling.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't
We've
say
had-
that.
And
We've
have
had all
that be
these-
our song.
We're starting to outgrow our home now, and we're just renting, and we're getting married in 2 weeks, so we want to start a new home together.
To be represented by a realtor makes more sense now than ever.
Oh, it's great. He does everything for you and explains everything.
Your home is your largest investment that you're ever going to make.
Take your time.
You have to have fun with it.
My goal as your realtor is to help you make a good decision that you're going to be happy with for a long time.